Hello there, it's the month of February like you already know, and towards the end of our 40 days journey, I'd like to take my time to really emphasize on having quality relationship. I want to failure-proof your relationship and marriages. And by the way, let me quickly say that if you are anywhere within the city of Abuja, find your way to Anakazo Ministries. You need to know how to spot a toxic man. How do you know within a few days, within a few encounters, how can you tell that this man is going to be a toxic man? He's going to be a bad husband. He's someone who doesn't have great plans, who doesn't have good intentions towards you. Very simple. There's an ancient strategy of Satan that is called the law of isolation. That's what I call it, the law of isolation. I'm not talking about where you set yourself aside to seek the face of God now. I'm saying the strategy of Satan where he isolates you. And that's what happened in the Garden of Eden. When Satan wanted to deceive Eve, he ensured that Eve was alone. When David wanted to kill Uriah, he sent Uriah to the hottest part of the battle, and then he left him there to be killed. The law of isolation. And that is still being applied today. Today we have people who are lured and deceived. From time to time, you hear stories on social media of young ladies, of young men who were lured to hotels and lured to places, and then their parts, they were killed and their body parts harvested. If someone keeps saying, you don't have to tell anybody about our relationship, beware of that person. A lady is saying, no, let's not make it public. I don't want to tell my parents yet. I don't want to tell my father yet. Young ladies are usually very excited, even young men, to tell their friends and the authority figures in their life about the people they love. If he or she is hiding you, you are not the real deal. He's not ready yet to settle with you. He's not ready to marry you. And the goal of this teaching is to communicate that you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who is not willing to marry you. So if the brother is hiding, then be careful. And if the brother is deliberately, or the sister, if they are trying to isolate you and separate you from pure relationships, you notice that they are saying things that will cause a separation between you and your parents, separation between you and your siblings, separation between you and your friends, business, people who you are 35. You've been doing business with these people. You've been doing life with these people. And suddenly someone comes into your life and in 3 weeks, she says, so person is bad. He's saying, no, you don't have to tell people about our relationship. They don't, so that they will not spoil it. No, there are people who should know that you are in a relationship. There are authority figures. For instance, if you're a Christian and you belong to a local assembly, you should let your pastor know. Except there's something else there. You should let your pastor know. Let your pastor know somebody is asking you out, or I'm in talking stage with someone, I'm praying about somebody, or I just got into a relationship with this brother or with this sister. That way, you are able to hold yourself accountable. And if anything happens, they cannot deny. They cannot deny that you've been talking with them. They cannot deny that you are in a relationship with them. So one of the ways to spot that is that you pay attention. There's a particular story in the Old Testament. This guy, his name is Amnon. Amnon suddenly had a crush on his stepsister Tamar. And because of that, he became very, very obsessed about Tamar. Amnon wanted to sleep with Tamar. And his friend, Jonadab, said, what is wrong with you? And advised him. He said, just tell your father to send Tamar that you are not feeling fine. Pretend that you are sick. And that's an ancient style that still works till today. Pretend that you are sick. Tamar will come and cook for you. Insist for her to feed you and have your way. Law of isolation. Let her not come with her brothers. Let her come alone. Let her cook for you. Let her feed you. So that when you begin to manipulate her, she will not be able to shout out. She will not be able to cry out. She will not be able to call on anybody. And that was what happened. The moment Amnon slept with Tamar, the love left him. The Bible said he hated his soul, hated the lady, because all he wanted was a sexual relationship with Tamar. Do not go ahead into a relationship that you cannot tell anybody. Let me tell you a very painful story as I close. A particular young lady, 16-year-old, started an illicit affair with an older guy of about 35 years. This guy will say, don't tell anybody, you know, all these girls in this area, they are jealous of me. They really want to be with me. So, and it's only you I want. And this lady, this young girl was excited about the relationship. So she will go to his house, all manner of things will happen. And then she got pregnant. The guy said, don't worry, there's something I can give you and all that. Gave her a drug to abort, and that led to complications. Only for people to discover later that she's not the only girl within that vicinity that he's been doing that to. All he has to do is isolate the girls, make them feel special, make them feel good, then have his way with them, ruin their life, tamper with their destiny, and then move on to the next. Make sure you are accountable. I began to talk about that in the beginning of our 40 days journey. You need accountability partners. And accountability partners should be people who can tell you the truth. People can say, oh, do it like this, don't do it like this, don't go so time, do this and do that. So that if anything goes wrong, especially this Valentine season, few days from now it will be Valentine, don't go visiting without telling anybody. There are stories here and there, people's head cut off, people's body parts, very, very terrible experiences. Let somebody know that you are in that relationship. Let somebody know that you are going to the house of that person. Don't allow anybody to isolate you from existing relationships that were beneficial to your life, just for you to discover that you are just a prey. I pray that you will not be a victim in Jesus' mighty name. Share this to somebody, and I will see you tomorrow.